top 3, the pound for pound. Do we even need to do this? Do we need to talk about this? Do we really need to have a conversation? Can anyone in their right mind tell me why we're not putting Jon Jones as number 1 on the pound for pound list and that Alex Pereira is number 1? And there's no offense to Alex Pereira. I'm a huge fan, but we saw what Jon could do to Stipe. Are we not going to see the same thing against Alex Pereira? Can he put his hands on him? Can he get in close? Can he get in tight? I think that would probably be the only anticipation from all of the fans, because we know when Jon puts his hands on him, who's going to be on the ground. And if I'm being honest with you, Jon takes the approach of trying to beat every opponent at their best game, their best point, their strongest option. Took down Chael Sonnen. You get what I'm saying? Submitted Rampage Jackson. Outstruck Stipe Miocic. He tries to attack what you're best at to show you and prove that he is so much better than you. And I think that this might be a similar example if he doesn't go the grappling route. If he does try to stand up and trade with Alex Pereira, I think that would, in its own right, we would all be getting a fucking fantastic bout. Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira in a stand-up, basically kickboxing MMA bout. That would be beautiful. I think all of us fans would want that. After Tom, of course. After Tom. We have to see Jon versus Tom. It's inevitable at this point. And I really hope that the UFC walks in big old back and drops that shit right there. Just go ahead. Much appreciated, Jon. We need you to face Tom. You can have Alex after that, as long as, you know, you go ahead and face Tom right here. And we try to have no disputed title right now, because technically this is what I have seen a couple of people talking about. And Chael Sonnen is very, very notorious for bringing this up numerous times, where you have a champion and you have an interim. As soon as the champion fights, the interim is stripped. Well, in this case, Tom Aspinall was not stripped. So we have a disputed heavyweight championship, and it's not undisputed because we still have an interim champion. He wasn't stripped. It wasn't taken away. What is going to happen? Jon Jones defended the disputed heavyweight championship, or is he going to go in there and challenge Tom Aspinall? No, or wild card. I've heard this thrown around a couple of times. Now, personally, I've always thought this. Jon's competitiveness, he's not necessarily just going to walk away free and willy-nilly, all that, you know, into the sunset. Like, we'll never hear from him again. No. We will. I think that there's 2 possibilities. 1, he walks away, gives Tom Aspinall the championship. Go ahead, defend it, prove yourself. Maybe I'll come back and fight you. That is my honest perspective. And that was before I started to hear some of these rumors, or just some of the fodder and talk from people in his camp, or someone that knows him, who's buds with him, whatever the case is. Gordon Ryan kind of played it out, or said it perfectly. Jon walks away from the sport a little bit. About a year, vacates the belt, lets Tom have it. Tom and Alex fight. How fucking crazy would that be? Wouldn't it be best that they just duke it out and the winner gets Jon? That's not the worst option for a Jon Jones, okay? Because then you got to see what Tom is all about with a dude like Alex Pereira. You go and do something to him at heavyweight. Well, then maybe that entices a Jon Jones to come back and go ahead and take you out. Or Alex Pereira coming up, fighting Tom. He actually does something, knocks Tom out. Then you got an Alex versus Jon at heavyweight. These are all just a possibility based on the rumors and the talk from people in his camp or online, okay? How beautiful would that be? Whether Jon walked away, gave Tom the belt, and then we get a Tom and Alex matchup, or Tom and Jon actually get to fight and we get an undisputed heavyweight champion. And then if Jon wins, well, shit, to be honest with you, if Tom wins, then we're probably going to get a rematch, I'd assume, because Jon wants his get back. I can't imagine he'd just be, okay, I'm going to retire now on a loss. And then if not, Tom versus Alex is amazing. And then if Jon wins, we would get Jon versus Alex, because Dana said that he would get what he wants. Ultimately, to me, now that Stipe and Jon have finally fought, this should have been happened last year, but due to the pectoral tear, kind of delayed everything. Jon Jones is finally in the position, balls in your court. We don't have to rely on the Stipe matchup. We do finally get to see, what's the UFC going to do? Are they going to dump a bag, say, here's some life-changing money? if anyone's going to be able and be deserving of it other than Conor McGregor, it's Jon fucking Jones, okay? UFC better get this done, because if they fumble the bag on this, if they really fumble the bag, it's going to be 2 in a row out of 3, like, because they should have got Fedor. Wildness behind the scenes, apparently, with that. Francis going to the PFL and kind of missing out on a Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou matchup that will never happen because they're tied to that brand over there. And Dana and the brass at the UFC want nothing to do with that promotion. It is a little funny. Ultimately, I don't know why Jon is not number 1 on the pound for pound list. Islam should be number 3. Alex should be number 2. And Jon Jones should be number 1, in my personal opinion. Alex Pereira is just so fun to watch. He's just not beating a Jon Jones, man. Not the way that he was able to just trip Stipe and manhandle him. Unless just somehow you figure it out. Maybe you are the MMA math that doesn't make sense. I don't know.